Hello, the doc is in, and welcome back to another chapter of Tokyo Revengers, chapter 260, Squaring Off Against. Kind of left that off. Kind of left that as like a weird sentence there, but that is perfectly fine. In the last chapter, we have Taiju just showing up. He just hits Sanzu with the bike, and he's here. He starts wiling out on Kanto, and then he comes face to face with the living legends, Benkei and Waka. And Taiju's like, you know, we're going 2v1. And that's pretty much where we leave off for the beginning of the chapter. So let's just hop right into it. So the chapter starts off with Benkei throwing a punch and clocking Taiju right in the jaw with a heavy right. Then Waka comes in, and then I don't know how to describe it, but let's say he did like a spin kick kind of thing. You know, Waka could be doing kicks, all right? So he probably did some type of weird spin thing and hit Taiju also kind of in the head area with a kick. And Takemichi's like, oh shoot, Taiju's getting mollywopped right now. He's getting hit with the duo 2v1. And so Takemichi's in his head. He's like, shoot, I might need to hop in this. And Taiju's like, you step back right now. Don't ever disrespect me like that. I'ma handle these two. You go. Well, actually, I was gonna say bang on Mikey. Pause on that. But actually, he says, go be Mikey's hero, which is kind of out of character for Taiju, because I thought Taiju was here just for the violence, for the buffoonery. But he's in line with the captain. He's like, hey, you're here to save Mikey. I guess I encourage you to save Mikey. Go do that thing. And so Takemichi new resolve. He's out of here. And so after Taiju sends Takemichi away, he's like, back to you two. And so Taiju does a run. He's running in, and we got Inupi and Coco. They're like, dang, Taiju's being pressed right now. It's kind of crazy. And so you got Inupi and Coco basically warning Taiju, like, hey, you know, they're living legends, man. Like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to beat them, but watch out. You know, it's 2v1. Don't forget. You know, I imagine Taiju's like kind of listening. He's like, oh, whatever. And then from there, we have Waka. He gets into a little stance. He's like, let's do that, quote unquote, Benkei. And then Benkei gets a stance too. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And so we got Benkei getting down on he's kind of like in a track runner stance. And Waka kind of got, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what the stance is, but it's kind of crazy. And so then Senju, who, I'm not gonna lie, she showed up, right? And she started talking. It wasn't for like another 2 pages of her talking that I realized, like, oh, that's Senju. Because like in my headcanon, right? I know I mentioned it previously in past videos. Watch those videos, by the way. If you watched this one, didn't watch the other ones, watch those ones. But basically, when Sanzu cracked Senju in the head with a pipe, I was under the impression that she just died. Now, obviously, she probably didn't, but I was like, it'd be funny if she did. Not to say death is funny, but I'm just saying the nonchalantness of Sanzu just basically giving her a head injury like that was so out of pocket. I'm like, if she died, I wouldn't even be surprised. But nah, she's alive. So anyway, Senju's basically like, that's their secret move. It's called the downhill rush. And you've only seen it done in the dojos. And it's such a powerful combo attack that if they use it not in a dojo where there's like mats and stuff, someone could die. And so Taiju's like, what? And Senju's like, guys, chill out. It's not that deep. Y'all gotta kill Taiju. And so obviously they're pretty serious about it. So they're just like, shoot, we're gonna go for it. And Senju's basically telling them like, don't do it. And Taiju's like, anyway, and he palms their heads. He grabs both of them by their scalp. And he's like, go that far. Y'all can't even go that far. I'm like, dang. And apparently they kind of knew this, because I guess the idea was that Taiju, who's fresh, versus Benkei and Waka, who are not fresh, they're kind of like, all right, the only way we're going to be able to beat them is if we're just hitting with this move, all right? That's the best we got. And Taiju basically called their bluff. He's like, yeah, y'all ain't got the steam for that. And then he's like, oh, and then Taiju says, while palming both of their heads, mind you, like, it's 2 grown adults that he's grabbing their full skull in his hands, his giant man hands. And he's like, you had quite the run-in with my cat and dog duo, didn't you? Left you all worn out. And we have Anupi and Coco with a dog face for Inu and a cat face for Coco. And basically this is like the author basically saying like, hey, the fight between Benkei Waka and Coco and Inu, even though Benkei Waka won, it was a much closer fight than, you know, what it may have appeared to have been. And why Taiju was able to beat them like this is because of the fact that Inu and Coco fought them earlier. I'm like, dang, good for them. Little buff to Inu and Coco combo. But after that, after saying all that, he then proceeds to slam both of them on their heads on the floor, and he says, it's over, legendary duo. I'm like, Taiju's a fucking monster. What in the world? He literally just concussed 2 grown adults. 2! Now, given they're retired, so I mean, I don't know if you want to count that as a feat, but I consider that a feat, because that's kind of out of pocket. And so, Taiju, after doing this, he's like, he turns around with, he has like a crazy face here, but he's like, it's your turn, Hanagaki. I'm like, all right, fair enough. I guess it's his turn. And so Takemichi rolls on up. He got the boots on, the sash blowing in the wind. And you got Mikey standing up on a crate, looking down on Takemichi. He's like, come down, Sano Manjiro. And we got Mikey versus Sano. Mikey. Nah. You get the idea. Looking at each other. The fight has been confirmed. And Mikey ends the chapter off with, so it all comes down to this. And finally, the chapter's over. I was kind of tight about it. I was like, dang, I kind of want to like, maybe like, you know, just a little bit of like a Naruto classic shonen. They run in, they're about to clash. Maybe Takemichi with the punch, Mikey with the kick, and end the chapter. That would be even more like a cliffhanger, but it would be cool. I thought it'd be a cool visual. But either way, it's the end of the chapter, as I said before, and honestly, it's a pretty good chapter. Now, it depends on how you feel about the idea of like how quickly Waka and Benkei are defeated. I mean, it is kind of quick, but on the other hand, it's like we know for a fact Taiju's like, he's pretty damn strong. Considering Takemichi and what we now know about his strength, is like he went against Takemichi, went head to head with Mitsuya, and was stabbed while doing all that, and was only then defeated by Mikey with a kick, which, I mean, it's Mikey. So, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot for Taiju to go through, and then go down at the very end. Like, that's a lot. So, Taiju coming in fresh, and Waka and Benkei being kind of out of steam. I mean, you know, I would have liked to have seen Waka and Benkei fight a little bit more, but, you know, we're trying to get to the main event, so if they gotta be put out, they gotta be put out. And, yeah, I like that. I like the little Coco cat Inu dog. I thought it was cute. That was funny. Good times. Senju being alive, I mean, you know, from a headcanon, it kind of sucks. But overall, like I said, not surprised, really. I kind of expected Senju to be alive. And outside of that, honestly, I think Mikey's gonna beat the life out of Takemichi. Unless, alright, Takemichi has strength now. So who knows? Maybe he gets kicked in the face and he's the first person to like counter. Mikey lands the kick and Takemichi grabs his leg and like throws him or something. That'd be crazy. All right, I'd literally lose my mind if that was the case. Or maybe even Takemichi gets the first hit off. I mean, I doubt it because Mikey actually knows how to fight. But I mean, hey, you never know. That's about it for the chapter. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. Comment. What do you think about Taiju versus Waka and Benkei? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about Senju being alive? Do you think she should have died due to a concussion or something? How do you think the fight between Mikey and Takemichi is gonna go down? You think Takemichi's gonna get the first hit? Mikey's gonna get the first hit? They're gonna trade? What do you think? And just leave your general thoughts about the video below. Thank you again for watching the video. feel free to leave a subscription if you like my content and you want to see more of Tokyo Revengers / other manga content coming along down the pipeline well into the future. There'll also be another video out either today or tomorrow in regards to why I've been gone for like a week. But yeah, it's like a little announcement video. Much either way, thank you again for watching the video, and the doc is out. Peace.